So today we're looking at factors. Some key words that we're going to be using are division, prime, composite. We're going to look at the number 4. I have 4 snap cubes here. And I'm going to ask myself when I'm doing factors, what could I evenly divide 4 by? Well, I could try by 1, and because I always start with 1. That is very important. 4 divided into 1, so groups of 1, would leave me with 4. So I know that a fact of 4 would be 1 times 4. So factors oftentimes we divide with. Multiples you multiply up with. So what fact am I using? Try to always break down the words to see, oh, you know, the root of this word actually helps me to understand that I'm looking for facts that equal up this number. So I have 4 of these. Then if I put them in groups of 2, I have 2 of those groups. It exactly divides in. So 2 times 2, that's a fact. I could try by 3. Groups of 3. Oh, that's not going to work. That's not evenly divided. Now let's move on to 5. I have 5 snap cubes, and I always start with 1, so I'm putting them in groups of 1, and I have 5 of those. So 1 times 5. Uh-oh, could I do anything else? What about groups of 2? Well, no, that's not going to work. 2, 2, 1. I don't want a remainder. I want it evenly divided. 3 won't work. 4 won't work. So that's it. That's strange. As I look at this one has more than one factor, and this one only has one factor. Well, that's the difference between prime and composite. Prime is only when you have a factor of 1 and itself. And itself is referring over here to the original number. So 1 and itself. Over here, it's 1 times the original number. However, we have an extra or more factors, and that would be called composite. Think to yourself, do you know all the prime numbers from 1 to 10? That would be something good to start memorizing in your head. If we look at the number 24, a little bit of a lengthier number here. I have 24 snap cubes. And what I would do is I'm going to start to divide them out. Okay, for instance, if I put 1 times 24, I know that's correct because if I took every single one of these snap cubes and divided it into groups of just 1, I'd have 24 of those. We've already proven that by doing these first 2. So I know 1 and 24. Well, what if I put them in groups of 2? So I take what I have and I divide it out evenly into 2 groups. Keep in mind you could even do this during a test if you needed to, or in real life as well. Okay, so that's 24. If you ever needed to sit and divide out something, put it in front of you and start putting it into multiple groups. That is the whole purpose of division. And I know that each one of these groups is 1 whole snap cube length, which is 10 plus 2 more. Then I'm going to think about, well, could I put them in groups of 3? Yes, I can. And since Miss Chamberlain knows her multiples of 3, I know that 3 times 8 equals 24. Now I'm going to think about, what if I put them in groups of 4? Well, let's see. Would that work? Groups of 4. Yes, it would. And that would be 4 times 6. Eventually, you're going to take these, when you think you're finished, and place them in what you often call like a little rainbow of factors. That's what my kids call it. I like to just place them in here. So 1 and 24, 2 and 12, 3 and 8, 4 and 6. Putting them in order is fantastic, and we learned the other day that once you come from all the way at the end and move towards the middle where you have this little gap, and I know this is the middle because my factor over here, 4 times 6, is my closest ones right here. I can't divide by 5, so I know I'm finished. Remember, your 1s, 2s, 3s, 4s, really important to at least try that. Best of luck to you. I would try 28 next.